So you think ratting's bad? Welcome to the channel. This is Spooky Lachuga. Today we're going to be talking about rat behavior, just like this little cheeky spot right here in power generation on dam. Once you get in here, you can hold this angle. I end up almost kind of getting a shot on somebody. It's really mostly I did it just so you guys were aware of this spot. I've only seen one person here before, and I'm just saying. Anyways, here's the thing. Rats are very, very misclassified in this game. Pretty much everybody who kills somebody now is just like, bro, that guy was a rat, bro. Oh my god. He was holding an angle. I couldn't believe it. I was so stupid I didn't listen. Bro.
Oh, wait, running.
95% of the deaths that you have in this game are your own fault.
Right here, right here.
That is a truth a lot of people will not actually understand or take. But that is a matter of fact. 95% of all the deaths that you receive are your own fault. Okay? You have to be listening in this game. It is PvPvE. Okay? So it's not like it's just going to be only PvE and that's all you fought. You really are going to have to deal with players. And I know that there is lobbies where people are pretty much going to be in PvE type lobbies. And that's cool. I'm actually happy for those people. I'm happy that they're able to enjoy the game in a different way than I am. Because we both get to enjoy different aspects of it more, right? I play PvP, I know that. This is just what I do. I enjoy that aspect of it more. But I totally respect anybody who says, hey, this is the way I want to play the game. But here's the thing, all right? Rat behavior, which is really just you being more silent, you taking things slower, you listen, and then you act accordingly, or you maybe even camp a corner. You have an angle on somebody, so whenever they come around, like, you can get them, right? That is normal. That is all normal behavior. I don't think anyone can actually argue with you that because you were in testing annex looting one of the red lockers, the very top of the stairs from the back side, that once you get up there, close the door, and you start hearing running coming up, that you're not going to get behind one of those desks, sit there, and then wait for them to open the door, and then start shooting. Now, if it depends on what kind of lobby you're in, right? If you're in a PvE lobby, I can understand you're just like, hey, I'm in here, I'm looting. Then you're a PvP lobby, you're wanting to, take out some other fellow raiders. Yeah, I'm not going to ask you if you're friendly in those occasions or not. I'm just going to get ready for you to open that door, and then we'll see who wins that gunfight. That's it. All right? That's not rat behavior when that's in the middle of like 30 seconds. Even 10 seconds, really. Realistically, that's like 10 seconds. You hear somebody coming up, you hide real quick, you wait for an angle, you start shooting at them as they come in. Now you have the advantage in the fight. And that's just the thing with this whole type of thing. With this whole genre is having advantages or disadvantages. And a lot of people do not like the idea that there is advantages and disadvantages. Most people like to stick with the idea that like Call of Duty, for instance, like skill-based matchmaking and all that is like, hey man, you're just going to get stuck with other players of similar skill. And that is kind of the truth in this game, but it does try to throw you in some random lobbies that are either on the extreme end or on, in terms of PvP or the extreme end of PvE. And it likes to do that on purpose so that the games can have still some tension. If you just never felt the tension while you're in PvE lobbies, you wouldn't be playing it as much. Honestly, as annoying as it is, right? That like somebody could come up and shoot you, like that kind of defeats the purpose. That's for a whole like different subject or maybe even another video. But here's the thing, like ratting is used as like a slur for doing with something that was like a winning opportunity. That's kind of dumb. Like that's genuinely like brain dead to argue against something that was an advantage for the other person because you couldn't think of it first or because you didn't use your ears to listen to things. People give shit away all the time. I can tell half the time when people are fucking ratting something because all I have to do is walk up to a building and do I hear a jolt mine on the other side of that door? Huh. I think what I want to do is open it and assess first if people are going to start trying to peek out and aim at me. And if they do, I know that they're there immediately. And if they don't, I'm going to run in super quick, roll back, and let that jolt mine go off without it hitting me, and then I'll run in. I'll start being aggressive then, because I know at that point that is what I'm going to have to do to gain the advantage. I can't just roll back and then hope that they come to the door to watch it. Now I need to try to get into a more advantageous position.
rockets
Right?
over here.
But when it comes down to it, like, I think what people really need to understand is really just being like a piece of shit or an asshole is literally just extract camping or finding like these out of bound areas like they did on Stella Montis there for a while or on Spaceport. That is actually being a piece of crap. That's being trashy as fuck. Okay, you're not a good human being for doing that, and honestly, anybody who does that knows that they're not. All right. When it comes to camping spots, that's a little bit different of a story. You know, like it's a good thing to be aware of them, because then once there's
Trying to
these
see
spots
outside,
found
just
and
see
people
if
can be
there's
aware, you can check your corners a little more effectively. And then if you do see somebody, bing, bada, boom, bro, you knew where they were there. They're not going to catch you slipping as much or as hard. But man, that's just the thing. Even with rat behavior, honestly, I've learned a lot from people that have killed me or have almost killed me while ratting me at different spots all over dam, all over space. You know, it's a learning experience. That's the whole thing of the game, is learning the best way to have an advantage every single time you get into a fight, whether or not it's Ark or it's people. And I think it's very disingenuous to say that ratting is the thing that's killing the game. No. It's your inability to play the game correctly. It's your inability to play the game how it should be played. All right? Now, by all means, if you can run into a situation and just kill people right off bat, right off rip, dude, by all means, that is amazing. That is super cool. Not everyone can do that. I think that really comes down to people that are like insane at aiming, you know, which usually is mostly mouse and keyboard players. And I'm a mouse and keyboard player, and I've got pretty decent aim, man. Like, I've got some times where I surprise myself, honestly, with how crazy I like make a play. But I'm gonna be real, you know, it's one of those things. I just don't think that ratting is a bad thing. Ratting is necessary. When you really think about it, ratting is like catering to survival. If this was real life, if you placed yourself as your raider right now, are you really going to walk up to random people on the surface where it's a actual half and half on whether or not someone would be technically friendly to you? Now, I don't mean that to be like, are you just going to kill them right off the bat? But like, ratting could even be just hiding from people, right? Like, in a sense, if it was real life. Like, this comes down to survival instincts. We do these things because we think it's what's actually going to keep us alive. Now, I appreciate people that try to use their words to keep themselves alive. I think that's, you know, at least more bold. It's more, I guess honorable in a sense. But when it comes down to it, man, people live for themselves. They don't live for others. So why would I put myself at a disadvantage when I could just take you out and I guess be called a rat for it? My name's Spooky Lachuka. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope that you all have a great day. And also, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'd love to see you guys in the family. Thank you. Yep, right in front of me.
Yep. Holy fuck.
Wasn't good enough.
Nice sheets, dude.
Nice
Imagine
sheets, that's
thinking
great.
that was just cheats.